Hey guys, John from the John Muir Show here, and any of us folks that have common sense understand that when you take a look at Special Counsel Robert Mueller's probe into alleged Trump-Russia collusion, that yeah, it is a complete witch hunt and it has gone completely off the tracks. I mean, this is somebody who is an unelected bureaucrat who's gotten a ton of power given to him. He has shown his hand as somebody who is nothing but a Trump hater, and all he's trying to do is take down his political opposition on behalf of his own political preferences and those of so many of his powerful liberal friends. And as this investigation goes on, it's 18 plus months now. It's $20 plus million that have been burned on this money that could have been spent so much better in so many different ways. And as this is going on, any of us reasonable folks understand that, look, Bob Mueller, he's off the tracks. He needs more oversight. I mean, all the charges he's been levying against individuals, people who've been associated with President Trump in the past, whether it be his campaign, his administration, whatever it might be, all of these charges have something in common. They have absolutely nothing to do with Trump-Russia collusion. But I mean, of course, none of the charges are going to have anything to do with Trump-Russia collusion because Bob Mueller damn well knows, because it was his powerful liberal friends in the Obama administration that thought up this whole Trump-Russia narrative. He knows it's a hoax. He knows Trump-Russia collusion, it never happened. But yet he continues to plow forward recklessly anyways in his efforts to take down Trump, and he's just trying to take down anybody who's associated with Trump, again, for things completely unrelated to Trump-Russia collusion, because this is not trying to get to the bottom of something. No, what this is about is an effort to undo the results of the 2016 election where Donald Trump was fairly elected by us, the people, not the Russians and the Russian government, and also to try and punish anybody who is associated with President Trump's campaign. I mean, it is so clear this is supposed to send a message saying, even though you as law-abiding American citizens have the right to go out there and go and volunteer for a political campaign if you so choose, oh, if you go and volunteer for a political campaign of a DC outsider who's promising to drain the swamp, we are going to come after you because we hate you and we hate that campaign. So yeah, I think it's abundantly clear that Bob Mueller needs more oversight, and hopefully now that it's not a fellow Trump-hating partisan like Rod Rosenstein, the Deputy Attorney General overseeing the investigation, rather the new Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker, hopefully we can get that oversight from Mr. Whitaker. But while all of us reasonable folks understand that, yeah, we don't want anybody having an unlimited amount of power, especially not somebody who is an unelected bureaucrat, Bob Mueller, again, zero accountability to us, the voters. We have no way of voting him out of office or anything like that. Yet you have Democrats who, oh, they love what Bob Mueller's doing. You know why? Because Bob Mueller, as corrupt as he is, as atrocious as what he is doing is, oh, Bob Mueller hates Donald Trump just as much as all the Washington, D.C. Democrats on Capitol Hill hate Donald Trump. So here they go out there trying to push legislation to give Mueller more power, something he absolutely does not need. And they found their ally in the biggest rhino on Capitol Hill, that would be outgoing Arizona Senator Jeff Flake. Once again, Jeff Flake disappointing his voters because he decided, nope, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put partisan little political games ahead of actually doing what the conservative voters of Arizona who sent Jeff Flake to Washington, D.C. want him to do. Yep, Jeff Flake went voting along with the Democrats saying, nope, give Mueller all the power he wants. And fortunately, that effort failed, but just by the narrowest of margins. Vice President Pence had to come and cast the tie-breaking vote to shut down that measure. But then, my goodness, Jeff Flake didn't stop there. Later in the day yesterday, they go ahead and they start just in the Senate considering a federal judiciary nominee. And what does Jeff Flake do? Says, nope, even though the guy's incredibly qualified, even though he comes with the highest of recommendations, nope, I'm going to vote against him because I didn't get my way earlier today. Jeff Flake is absolutely pathetic. It does not get any worse than this guy in politics these days. And quite frankly, I am so glad for the people of Arizona he's not coming back. I mean, even though his seat was won by a Democrat in the midterm election just a couple of weeks ago, you know what? the representation for the state of Arizona in that seat, nothing is going to change because they already had a mindless liberal in that seat. His name was Jeff Flake. He just liked lying to people and putting a little R next to his name. Well, guess what? At least on the positive side for the state of Arizona, even though they're going to continue to get the same poor representation in the Senate that they got out of Jeff Flake, at least this time they're getting somebody who has the balls to admit what they are, a liberal. That's what Jeff Flake is, but he just won't tell you that. That's all the time that we have for today, but tune in to the John Muir Show each and every weekday, 8:40 a.m. on WTAQ, 9 a.m. on WSAU and WHBL. Till next time, I'm out.